Almost all of us have the experience of buying stuff online. Flipkart and Amazon are the go-to websites for many of us. And there are, of course, hundreds of other such websites and platforms from where we can get virtually everything that we need. Now, the experiences of buying products from these websites are not always good. Sometimes what happens is you buy something and then you discover that the product is not up to the mark as far as the quality is concerned, or something's wrong with the product, it's defective, so to say. So what you do is you raise what they call a return request, and then somebody is sent by the company to pick that product, and then you either, according to your wish, get a replacement of that product, or the amount is refunded to the source. Now, if you ask people about the experience of returning products to websites like Amazon or Flipkart, you'll find that they'll either say that the experiences are good or they're bad. But there's a third category, a category about which this video is today, and that's the funny experience category. What happened in 2016, that's 4 years ago, was that when I was the head of my department, I had a separate cubicle. Now, I'm a person who buys literally everything from Amazon or Flipkart. So I had bought some underwear, and what happened is that when I received the stuff, I found that the stuff that they had sent me was not what I had ordered. So obviously I was very upset with them. I'm not going to name which website it was. So I was very upset, and I called them and I said that, hey, I have received stuff that I had not asked for, I had not bought. So you need to do something about this. Now, the call center representative who was talking to me was a lady who very politely said, sir, we have a policy that we do not take back underwear. I said, hey, I understand, I know that, and I would never request you to take underwear back, but you need to understand that you sent me stuff that I had not ordered. So after about a 10-15 minute conversation, she agreed. She raised the return request and she said that somebody's going to pick it up. Now, the problem was that I had received the products in my college. So I told the lady that could you please arrange for the pickup at another place, if I can give you the address, and I'll make it convenient. It won't be a very far-flung place where it'll be difficult for you guys to reach. She said, no, we also have a policy where the products that need to be taken back would be collected from the place at which they were delivered. So I realized that they're going to send someone to my college to pick those up. And then for a couple of days, I forgot all about it. And then one day, when I was in college, I got a call from the reception saying that somebody from that organization, that company, had come to pick it up. And I asked that person to be sent to my room. Now, a person who was almost of the age of my students walked into my room 10 minutes later. He was not carrying his big bag. So you could not really differentiate him from one of my students. So he walked into the room and he introduced himself and he said, sir, I would like to have the products back. I took the boxes out. There were 3 or 4, I think. I took the boxes out and gave those to him. Now, what he started doing after that scandalized me. He started taking out the stuff from those boxes and unfolding those and checking those. Now I said, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this here, because this is the cubicle of the head of a department and anybody might walk in any moment. So please refrain from doing this. He said, sir, I have to check. It's my responsibility. I cannot accept any product which has been used or which has got tampered in any way. I said, but you can't do that. It's the room of the head of a department. It's a college. It's my workplace. Don't do that. And while we were having this conversation, and imagine the situation, I'm standing on this side of the table. On that side, there is this guy. He has an unfolded underwear in his hand and 2 kids walk in. Scene freezes. My eyes become big. I'm shocked to see those 2 people come in. This guy understands what has happened and he looks at me once, looks at those people once, and those kids, they walk in and they had to say something. They walk in and they were like, Sir, and they were shocked. What they saw is the head of a department standing with another guy who, and the table in front littered with underwear boxes, and this guy holding an underwear which had been unwrapped, taken out from the box and unwrapped. They were shocked. And I was the first one who got back to senses, and I told those kids, hey, this is not how it looks like. And you know, I was, to be honest, scared. I did not know what to say, how to react to that kind of situation. So I said that this is not how it looks like. And then that guy, he thought that, you know, this had happened because of him, because I had repeatedly asked him not to do that. He had done that. That is why we are all in this situation. So he thought of helping me, and his genius idea was to say something at that moment which would prove that it was actually not how it looked like. You know what he ended up saying? He said, he looked at those guys, he first looked at me and then he looked at those guys and says, he's right, I have just come to take his underwear. And the moment he said that, you know, the situation became even more serious for a few seconds, and then all of us burst out laughing. So I then looked at that guy and said, get the hell out of here before you cause more damage to my career. You know, this is not your, what did you just say? I have come to take this man's underwear. Do you even know what that means? So please get out of this place immediately. And then thankfully, those two kids were very nice people. I told them, look, this is classic troll material. If this goes out, I'm going to be butchered. So if you believe I'm a good teacher, if you believe that I've been a good friend of yours, what you have to do is you have to ensure that this thing doesn't go out. And thankfully, they kept my request. So this was a funny experience with returning items to an e-commerce website. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have similar experiences, do share it with me. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and please stay safe.